So the first game we have here is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. And before I say anything further, the reason why these are my top 5 must-have picks is the most contributing factor I think that makes a great game is replayability. I mean, because we pay like $60 for a game, you'll play it once and it'll sit on a shelf or whatever, but if you have a game where you play it over and over again, then it's worth the money to me. So Sekiro Shadows Die Twice got a 9 out of 10 on Steam, and GameStop rated it at a 4.4 out of 5. It is developed from Software and has a Google user rating of 93 out of 100%. One thing I will say is this game is brutal. It uses that Dark Souls formula, but on steroids. Coming into this game, I thought I was a Souls veteran and I would just murk this game, but honestly it was like 10 times harder than Dark Souls. So if you like a challenge and don't mind dying over and over and over again, but feeling a rewarding sense of victory once you finally beat that enemy, this is the game for you. Next we have is Dark Souls 3. Received a 5 out of 5 rating from GameStop. 95% of users really like this game according to Google. Also made by From Software. And a huge amount of replayability here. Kind of like Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I'd say a little more mellowed down. If you like running with friends and battling other players and whatnot, then you may like the Dark Souls formula, core formula rather, a little bit better. And as an honorable mention, I would also mention Bloodborne. Also amazing game, high replayability, and it could easily be swapped out for this spot. So you'll still die quite a bit, but you're less likely to rage quit on this one since there's a lot more customization. If you suck at a certain build, you can always upgrade different stats and try something new. And that also adds another great aspect, like if you go one playthrough as like a warrior base, you can switch it up, be a mage next time or pyromancer or whatever. So I mean, you could easily play this game a good 6 times just doing all the different classes. Next we have is Blizzard's Diablo 3. 90% of users like this game, and what can you say, this is one of those games that's been remade so many times, kind of like Skyrim. Another honorable mention, huge amount of replayability, but it seems like every console or every new generation I switch to, this game is being remade. What I love about Diablo 3 is you can dungeon crawl, chill. It's also 4-player couch co-op, so it's a really good game if you have multiple gamers in the house or just some people over and you guys just kind of want to chill, talk, and do a little bit of gaming in the background. And with some new expansions, there's been a new character, the Necromancer, which is pretty awesome. It can get pretty redundant after a while, but that's why you have different classes and stuff to mess with. And depending on which port you play it on, there's like some exclusive content. Call of Duty Black Ops 4. What can you say? This game is a bit of a masterpiece. There's so many different elements being jam-packed into one game. We've seen a huge emergence from Battle Royale, incorporates that with Blackout, which is tons of fun and in my opinion better than Fortnite. I mean, people can argue, it's my opinion, haha, just kidding. And then you also have game modes like the classic Zombies, which is tons of fun to run around with friends and see as far as you can get. And if neither is your cup of tea, you can just do the classic multiplayer, team deathmatch or hardcore. What makes this game so replayable is there are so many different modes that you could easily get bored with one thing, move on to the next thing, and get super addicted and just rinse and repeat all over again. Last we have on the list is Blizzard's Overwatch, and for good reason. I mean, they have a league on ESPN for this game. How amazing is that? That we live in an age where gaming is on ESPN, which is huge. And yes, we have alternate gaming leagues and stuff like that, but to have a gaming platform on something as mainstream as ESPN is pretty amazing. And I think what makes this game so replayable is Blizzard is constantly adding new players to this game. And yes, it's not really as progressive as some games, but you get loot boxes and you can customize your characters with new skins and whatnot. But it's tons of fun. You could easily switch from a vast amount of characters, well over 40 characters and counting, or the classes, tank, support, or healer, whatever best suits your game style and type of play. But there you have it. You have NC Shredder's top 5 PS4 games based on replayability. Anyways, thank you guys for coming out and taking the time to watch my video. If you like reviews, gaming, music, guitar, rap, whatever, I do a little bit of everything and I'm looking to expand my channel. Well, anyways, thanks again for coming out. I appreciate it and peace.